Hey, Stuart, it's Irene. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. It's hard for me to talk. I'm so used to hiding and being quiet, so this is hard for me. But I am so happy I have met you, and I found you just by chance. And my husband recognized you on YouTube. He goes, "I know this man. I used to do meditation with Bo." And
Good.
yes, and you and my husband and Bo, went to a Chinese restaurant together, and you were selling energy bars at the time or something. I don't know. So that's how I said, well, I've never tried meditation. I've tried other forms of healing. I haven't, I've neglected myself for many years because of other things. And I started clicking on your meditation, lectures after meditation, and I absolutely love how you speak and how you make it so simple and clear. I don't feel intimidated by you. I am so relieved and I feel overjoyed to be a part of this group and this session. I feel this is a
Well,
place for me.
Irene, we were both born in the Bronx.
Yeah, we were born in the Bronx. Oh, brother.
And to fight your way out of the Bronx, my God, I don't think anything can be that difficult.
I survived.
Survive the Bronx.
God. And you might have
Oh,
been one
yeah,
of the
look,
Ave
it's a
Christians.
pleasure having you here. I see it in your eyes, the way you work on yourself, and it's wonderful. Thank you.
I'm working very hard. I'm old enough. I've had enough of this crap, and I'm pissed off at my internal insanity. I'm not intimidated by them
Well, the
anymore.
crap will never go away, but you can change yourself.
Oh, they're pissed off at me. They are pissed off. They're trying to do the negative affirmations, all the crap. My grinder, my meat grinder, it's all turned to puree by now. So I got a lot of work to do.
Irene, what's the question?
Oh, thank you. And you know what? I have started to cry. I haven't cried in a long time. So I'm releasing tension. I think I feel just relief and overjoyed that I'm meeting people that feel like I do as well. Because no one around me thinks like I do or feels like, except my husband. So I'm feeling
Well,
happy.
dear, you're welcome here. And from the day I met you, I knew there was something very deep in you and profound in you. And you found a home.
I found a home
Yeah, you found a home on Zoom.
on Zoom, and I don't like Zoom. I had to get my daughter to help me hook up because I haven't a clue how to do this at all. I'm
Trust
not,
me, I had to do this, Irene. I hadn't a clue either. And I have a young daughter, and she showed
yeah,
me how to do it.
mine too. So here I am.
Okay, let me, let's see
I'm
if anyone
gonna
else has a
stop.
question. Okay,
Yeah, sorry.
you're welcome, and my God, you're a wonderful human being, Irene. And I'm
Thank
just
you.
very thrilled to have you in these classes. God bless you. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask?
I've got a question, Stuart. Uh, would you please speak about manifesting in our lives what we are looking to do when we have a new project? I'm really excited about a new project that I want to bring a lot of life to people. And I'm wondering if you could speak about how to manifest that.
Let's try to manifest a billionaire that can buy a house for us here. That'd be
Yes.
terrific.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not ashamed to say something. 20 years ago, I'd be ashamed to say something like that. I'm not ashamed anymore. You get older and you lose, don't get embarrassed by things. But I would love to have a center again. Look, I used to have this in Manhattan. I had Fourth Avenue. There were so many people that used to come. But I can't afford to support it anymore. I'm in no position at this point in my life to run a business that can support this. But if somehow it comes along and the money arrives and this and that, I would, I think it would be a very worthwhile way of spending it, having a center, where people can come. I can do retreats there. I don't have to do them in my apartment. I can, like it was on Fourth Avenue. It was wonderful. Although I must say, I lived for 18 years against the law in Manhattan. I was an illegal citizen for 18 years in Manhattan. That's true. I lived in all these commercial loft buildings that residential people weren't supposed to be living in. And I did it, but I had these huge, the last one was 4,000 square feet. So I took the chance and I supported it. I invested a lot of money to put in a kitchen and a this and to, make the meditation room right. And it was really wonderful. And the biggest mistake I made was I didn't buy that loft. It really was a big mistake. I mean, that house in Woodstock was pretty extraordinary. And you don't get to live in too many houses like that in your lifetime, But I should have invested the money in that loft. That's where I should have invested. But I didn't. So we have Zoom. But yeah, Pat, everything manifests. If there's, that loft manifested, even these Zoom classes manifested. I never asked to be on Zoom. I never knew what Zoom was until somebody said, "Why don't you do this on Zoom?" And I said, "What the hell is Zoom?" And then I realized what it was. And Nia, my daughter, showed me how to do it and got me going. And suddenly there were classes going on for 5 years now. But things do manifest if the need is deep enough. And, and who knows? I know I'm writing a book now. I never dreamed of writing another book. And I think this is going to be a really good one. That's going to really help a lot of people about what really is Rudy's meditation practice is really about.
Mm.
I've already done, I have 22 sections I finished on the book already. I've been working on it every day. So funny, somebody asked me a question today about, could I please talk about intuition? And that was exactly what I was writing about. It's really unbelievable. It's exactly what I'm writing about, intuition. This chapter is about intuition and how essential it is to get strong enough inside so that one can live with intuition instead of mulling everything over in their brain and turning everything sterile, to live an inspired life. But one has to be very strong and have a highly developed chakra system to be able to have the security and trust just to do that kind of thing. Does anyone else have a question? There's a guy, Rafi, I've known him for, I guess, 25 years now. And I brought him a table that I bought fixed. And I thought, how was anyone in the world going to ever restore this table? And he did a brilliant job, an extraordinary job. I said, that was your intuition, your inspiration. You have the craft and inspiration flowed through you, and I knew you could do it. You know, if there was anyone in the world that could do it, he was capable of doing it. Does anyone else have a question
Stuart, I have a question um, about intuition.
about intuition?
Uh, so how can I listen to allow the intuition, that energy to flow?
Well, Bob, the answer to that is very simple. Your responsibility is to build a system inside yourself that is strong enough, and I mean a chakra system that is strong enough to be able to allow yourself the security to allow inspiration to really work for you, that you don't have to mull it over and think about it and, analyze it. It's just the inspiration just flows. It's create great music, it creates great art, it creates great dance, it creates everything that's marvelous in life. And really, basically, what it amounts to is a person lives in the moment. They are strong enough,
Mm.
present in the now. That enables that inspiration, that intuition to flow and to create things in one's life. And instead of having to think about it for 2 months and you turn it into some sterile routine type of situation, the moment is the most creative thing we have. And what is missing in that moment are people. That's what's missing. Understand, people are so much in their heads and thinking about the past, the future, the this, the that, analyzing. I mean, it's just insane. Instead of living in the moment. But you have to have a system inside that is really very strong to turn life into a work of art.
Mm.
To turn whatever you do during the day into a work of art. Doesn't have to look. When I was younger, I wanted to build Xanadu. I mean, look at that house I built in Texas and all that stuff I did. It was my own insanity. I wanted to have Xanadu. I wanted some gorgeous, outrageous place to live. And I gotten older, and my God, a glass of water is extraordinary. Cup of tea. I mean, Jennifer makes these juices for me in the morning, and it's just wonderful. I mean, the miracle of life is in simplicity. But you got to have a system inside that enables you to be simple.
Mm.
And that's how you learn how to, well, I wouldn't say you use intuition, it uses you. You are a vehicle for God's energy, and you can be used by intuition. It will manifest and create extraordinary things in your life. And by the most extraordinary thing of all is just unconditional love and being a happy person. That's the ultimate goal, not Xanadu. I mean, just the thought of building a situation like that in Denton, Texas is so outrageous that I have to laugh, but it was part of me. I needed something like that. I don't need things like that anymore. I just need to be a happy person living in the moment, my life in the moment. I hope that's clear, you know. You have this year, you have changed so much and you have so much to be grateful for in your life. You're a different person, and just let that grow. Let your realization, God realization, be in simple things. And be grateful for it. Does anyone else have a question?
Stuart, I have another question.
Yeah.
How best can I be grateful for the things that drive me crazy about myself?
The things that drive you crazy about yourself are God-given gifts because they make you work harder on yourself than anything else. That's how you can be grateful for them. The things that are wrong with us make us work really deep on ourselves. The things that are right with us make us lazy people. They really do. It's everything. You know, that's wrong. And we need these things. They're part of the bouillabaisse. They're part of the soup. And they're the things that really make us work on ourselves. I mean, look, we live in such a crazy world that if you don't do deep spiritual work, you're going to get sucked right into all that madness. What's wrong with this world is beyond all human comprehension. And one has to really go deep inside in order to live with an open heart amidst all that craziness, where it doesn't affect the joy and the love and the compassion and the gratitude that's in your heart. And if it does, and you get sucked into it, life is just telling you, you got a lot of work to do on yourself. Don't be pissed off at the world, be pissed off at yourself. Do the work that, it's like in Handel's Messiah, every mountain and every valley, the crooked made straight, the rough places plain. I mean, we are confronted by every mountain and valley, and it's reminding us that we got to get the crookedness, and the rough places plain straight inside ourselves. And then the whole world begins to change. At least the way we see it begins to change. So don't be upset about the things wrong with you. Just do something about it. And then you'll be grateful. They were the things that made you. I mean, Buddha said suffering is the fastest path to God. And he's right. Something great, he said, amongst 100 million other things. And it's true. Suffering is the fastest path because suffering really makes you work on yourself. And you don't have to go anywhere to find it. You just got to get up in the morning and it's with you, and then you do something about it by learning how to develop a chakra system that's strong enough to transform suffering into an open heart. No other answer for that. I mean, I used to have pity. I don't anymore. Schmuck, just do it. Do the work on yourself and your life will change. Not just you individually, I'm talking universally. That everybody spends all their time just complaining about life instead of fixing the place they have to fix to transform life, at least the life they see and the life they live. I told you, when I see a guy like Donald Trump, I don't get upset. I feel so much compassion for that guy. I really do. I look in his eyes and he's so unhappy. He's such a deeply unhappy human being.
Hmm.
You have compassion for people like that. I really do, Not that I want to hang out with them. But I see him and it just, my God, look at this guy. He's just so miserable and unhappy. I've never seen the guy smile. I mean, all that energy that he's making people miserable, that same energy could make people happy. Same energy. If he would change inside, exact same energy can do so much to help the human race if he would just change inside. If all of us just changes, suddenly the place, life becomes a better place to live. Does anyone else have a question? Okay, if there are no more questions, there'll be meditation on Sunday. Have a wonderful weekend and God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you for being in my life. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all soon. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Stuart.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.